Hey, I'm back with Sabrina Braham, and this is Tim Warren, and we've arrived at tip number 7 of the 7 deadly mistakes guaranteed to derail your promotion. And this one has to do with not being afraid of speaking up at meetings, and this is an interesting one. So, why is this so important? Why would someone want to speak up at meetings? Why you specifically pointed this one out as a tip?
Okay. Bottom line is, if you don't speak up at meetings, you're not going to get promoted. Why is that? Because there's so much intense competition for every promotion at this point in time in our country that it's really important that you make yourself visible and make it clear what you know and what you contribute to the company. It's really, really important that you do that. And the person who speaks up is going to get noticed, and they're going to get recommended for promotion. That's the bottom line. So you've got to learn how to do this in order to succeed in your career. And here's the other thing. Let's say you're a supervisor right now, or you're a manager and you want to get promoted to the next level, either to a manager or director. The higher up you go, the more you're going to need to speak up and share your opinion on things with other people. Can you imagine a vice president sitting there and not saying something? No. You've got to say what you think in order to get promoted. Now, a few years ago, I was working with a woman named Anne who was, again, top performer, getting great performance reports. She had been sent to the leadership school. She had mentors. She was asking people, what do I need to do to get promoted? And everybody would say to her, mostly men, well, you never say anything, Anne. When we have a meeting, you just sit there quiet. How come you don't say something? Do you not have any idea what's going on? Well, how come you're not saying something? Well, what she said was she was really intimidated, afraid. What if she said the wrong thing? And so because of that, she didn't say something, and that wasn't serving her well. So she needed to learn how to do that.
Wow, I can see that really did make a big a difference for her, and it's good that she had people that were giving her that good feedback. So, how does one get better at speaking up?
Okay. Several ways. You might want to practice to begin with in a situation where you're not in the meeting, where you're concerned about what people are going to say. So you could go to Toastmasters. Toastmasters is an excellent way to improve your speaking ability, to learn to think better on your feet, and actually increase your confidence. I highly recommend it. It really doesn't cost hardly any money at all, and you may even have a Toastmasters group right in your very own company. So Toastmasters is a great way to do that. You can get a speaking coach. You can get an ally who will prompt you to answer a question. So you could actually be in a meeting and you could have Michelle or Susan say, Anne, what do you think about blah, 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 so that you have an entree to make a comment to begin with. So that's what you can do to begin with. Then there's a lot of more advanced things that you can do once you get over your fear of speaking that are really important. One is to reflect in advance about what you want to say in that meeting. It's important to know what's the objective of the meeting, who's going to be in the meeting. You want to know who's going to be there, what their positions are, what information they might want to have, and what questions or comments you have in advance that you might want to say. That's really important. Checking my notes, see if I have anything else here. What accurate, relevant information could you provide to influence this debate that would help people to see who you are and share your personal brand with them? And what I mean by that is you don't want to be phony, you don't want to be like you're somebody else. You want to portray who you are and what you have to bring to the table. So you want to make sure that you walk into the meeting prepared and able to share what you know, or curious and willing to ask the questions so you can get that information. So you can practice in advance. You can think about what questions you're going to ask, and that should help you a lot.
So what I'm hearing is that there's the psychological aspect of stepping up and speaking, but also I think the planning aspect of what you're sharing makes a lot of sense. And I would imagine, like anything, the more you practice it, the easier it's going to get.
It's true. I interviewed for the radio program Donna Lucas, who's probably the top public relations person in the United States, and she said she never walks into a meeting unprepared. She said it can look like she's brand new and she doesn't know anybody, but the reality is, yes, she knows who everybody in the room is. She knows what the meeting is about. Sometimes she even calls the chairman of the meeting and asks, "What's your agenda? How can I be helpful to you during the meeting?" And so she's well prepared, and she's always taking notes what other people in that meeting might need so that she can get them that information if she has it.
Outstanding. As always, wonderful stuff. Any closing comments?
Yes, the same one I've been saying, which is, remember that talent and exceptional leadership ability is a process. It's something you can learn. You can do it.
Excellent. Well, you were just the coach to do that. I know, and it's fun to watch you transform lives of women around the world. Thank you, Sabrina.
Thank you. Bye.